Hello everyone, this is Sami from CasinoWizard.com. Today we're gonna have a look at a really exciting new release, Starburst Galaxy. Starburst, as you might know, is one of the most important legacy brands from game studio NetEnt. You have probably played Starburst at some point, like most of us. That game was released in 2012. And it was a very simple game and worked for a long time as players were happy with playing a slot where everything was simple and not that much happened. And in 2021, NetEnt released another version called Starburst XX Extreme or Extreme. And that was the complete opposite. There you could win up to 200,000 times your bet, while the original Starburst could pay 500 times. And talking about max wins, in this new release, Starburst Galaxy, you can win up to 25,000 times the bet size you're using to spin. In this slot review, we will have a look at how you play this new game, basically how you can win the bigger amounts, and we're gonna compare it a bit with other Starburst slots and have a look at if this is a good release, if we think that players will enjoy it, and we're gonna also give it a rating based on what we think about the game. Starburst Galaxy won't be released until the 26th of November, so while we're doing this review, we're 3 weeks ahead, so we got a bit of a sneak peek that we're gonna share with you here today. But therefore we will play with play money, not real funds, since the game is not officially released. But we're gonna have a look at all what we mentioned. And before anything else, we also need to mention about the RTPs, because this slot will also be released in different payout version. This one will be found in one around 88%, 94% and 96%. And let me just show you quickly where you can find the best paying options once the game is live. On CasinoWizard.com we review all online slots from the most popular game studios, and what we also do exclusively is that we have a look at the RTP options and find the best paying versions of all slots. So what you can do is you go to CasinoWizard.com, you look for the new Starburst, go to the review, and here on the right hand side or on mobile, first thing when you get to the review is that you will see some top casinos that will offer you the best paying version, and you can also read more about the RTPs here in the review and everything else, how it works. So this is the Starburst Galaxy base game. Let's just quickly have a look at the pay table so you know what we're talking about. You most probably recognize these symbols if you played the previous Starburst. And what happens here is that this is a cluster pay slot this time. So wins happen when you have 3 matching symbols adjacent to each other, either vertically or horizontally. And what happens is that the winning symbols are removed and replaced by new ones. But also, if there wasn't a wild symbol present when that win happened, then it will leave a wild behind. So these wins continue until the win stop, basically, or they're also called avalanches. Let's just start the game and have a look. So we're playing with $1 spins, and let's see how it looks. So there we see, we had 3 wins and they all left a star behind. These stars are then the wilds, and as you will notice, they play an important role in this game again, like in the other Starburst, but in a different way. You will also notice here on the left hand side that wins accumulate the progress bar. And once you fill one of these progress bars, a randomly selected modifier will be triggered and basically lead to more wins. So this is the third one. So this will destroy some randomly selected symbols. And it continues like that. There are no traditional free spins in this slot, but instead it's possible to trigger something called a Mega Star if you land 3 scatters, or the Galaxy Star if you manage to trigger all these 5 modifiers during the same spin. Let's give it a few more spins here to have a look, and then we jump over to the special features in this slot. Let's see if we can fill up this progress bar again to trigger the first modifier. So this is when we get some randomly selected symbols that become upgraded. And here we go. We have a bit more. There we trigger the second one. So it destroys some randomly selected symbols there. As you can see, there's a whole lot more going on in Starburst Galaxy than when comparing this to the original Starburst. That was a very simple game where not that much in reality happened. Okay, let's have a look at this, and then we jump over to the special features in a minute, or in a moment. Okay, let's go. We have a look at the Galaxy Star first. So, if you manage to trigger all these 5 modifiers, then the most valuable feature in this game will trigger, which is the Galaxy Star. Let's have a look. So as you see, we are working our way to triggering all these 5 modifiers, and while doing that, we also accumulate different wins here. And once we manage to trigger all 5 of them, we will see the grid that we're playing on becomes bigger, and a 3x3 sized wild will land, and then plays out 4 to 8 wilds somewhere on the grid. And now when this big wild appears, we also see that there's a new progress bar here. If we manage to accumulate enough wins to fill this one, then we will re-trigger the feature so it continues. Let's see if we can get that lucky. We can also see that there's multipliers that can come to play here as well. If we manage to land the third one, that is, because then we trigger the next feature that we will show in a second. So that was Galaxy Star for you. Let's have a look at the other one called Megastar feature. If you manage to land 3 scatters, then we will trigger the Megastar feature. And these can also land with multipliers. So now we have a 2x2 sized wild on the grid. And then it will place out 2 to 5 regular wilds. And here you can also start accumulating wins towards the progress bar to release more modifiers. So that is the Megastar feature. That is Starburst Galaxy, ladies and gentlemen. So it would be interesting to hear your thoughts. If you were looking for a similar Starburst like the original one was, which was very simple, where not that much happened, then this is the complete opposite. It might be a bit overwhelming when you first start it and start spinning, but hopefully by watching this video review of the game you will have a better feel and understanding on what's happening, because once you get the grip of it, it's really not that complicated. But if you compare it with the first one, it might be a bit like, wow, what's happening here? What is this? But there are some pros in this slot. I mean, it's a sequel to one of the most famous online slots ever. It has a lot of features, and it also have a very attractive max win, which is 25,000 times the bet size. So, for example, when we played with $1 bet, we could have won up to $25,000 in that case. If you look at some cons, I mean, it's very different from the original, and some players might feel that it's a bit too messy. But at the same time, these kind of slots have proven to be very popular. If you compare to other types of games from other game studios, we see that this has probably been influenced a bit by Pragmatic Play's Gems Bonanza, if you remember that one, with the stages and levels and the mystery mega symbols. We can also see a hint of Moon Princess and Rise of Olympus from Play and Go, where you have to accumulate a lot of wins during this same spin to get to the good stuff, basically. NetEnt, that nowadays is owned by Evolution Gaming, have tried to use their legacy brands before as well. For example, there was one game called Superstars that was rumored to be one of the most expensive online slots ever made. They packed it with different brands from the old Starburst slots that used to be popular, but that didn't really take off at all. I think that Starburst Galaxy have more potential. As I said, it's very different from the original, but it has a lot of fun elements to it as well. We like Starburst Galaxy, and therefore we are giving it 4 out of 5. Well done, NetEnt, and hope you enjoy this review, and enjoy and have some luck when you're playing. And of course, choose the best paying version of it once it's live. We will guide you towards the best RTP once the game is officially live. Just head to casinowizard.com and find the review, and you will find everything there. All the best.